Right.
Then I get worried.
Exactly, right? Cool. All right, so we're going to be talking about growing your database today. Growing your database. So, you know, it's the funniest thing is we start the momentum, and I can say that with the brain too as well. People on Zoom, can you hear us okay?
I think you're.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. No, I am muted myself. All right, so thank you again for being on the call. All right, so let me minimize this. And again, if you have any questions, please just say, hey, I have a question for you, or put it on the chat. Okay, we got more people jumping on the call. Much appreciated. All right, so we should be good here. All right, today's topic is going to be a good topic because how do you grow your database, right? You know, especially as a new agent, you know, what are some of the avenues and some of the things that you should be doing in order to start generating opportunities? Because once you grow your database, you're ultimately going to be getting potential leads from that, right? So let's dive deep into what that looks like. All right, we're going to go ahead and bypass all of this stuff already. I think it sounds like a broken record, but you know, the telemarketing and warnings of the TCPA. So let's continue. Notice it continues, fair housing, copyrights. And now we're in 6th session, which is grow your database. Okay, so, all right, so today's agenda is going to be building your database, communicating with your database. We're going to recap any ahas that we pick up, smart data bank, feed your database, service your database, and then obviously the daily success systems, right? Ultimately, the goal today is to really prepare you to understand that if you have a minimum of 201 contacts into your platform, you're not necessarily guaranteed, but the results will that you should be able to make 150,000 your first year in real estate. 201 contacts into your system, your command platform, you should be able to secure 150 in gross commissions. Okay. Most of you already know who I am. My name is Cazares. I am the team leader broker with 28 years in real estate, 10 years with KW as well. Okay, so just kind of giving you a little bit of my bio. All right, so your database, it's your business building up to the number of names in it, and a relationship with those names is really the very core of what building a real estate business is all about. Okay, what does this mean to you? What does this resonate to you? Okay, Lisa, what does this mean to you?
It means actively reaching out to whoever comes to your mind. So like maybe a text hello, or even going out there and meeting new people at like a bar or something.
Okay, yeah, anywhere, right? I love it. But think about the first sentence, right? Your database is your business. Yeah.
Nothing else.
If you were to tell me, Simon, where do I get started with real estate? I don't know where to start. Start with your database. That's where you need to start. Your database.
People you already know, or
Yes. How many have smartphones? Okay. Let me ask you, Lisa, how many people do you have on your contacts?
right now?
Yeah, right this minute.
Um,
Not yesterday, but today. How many people do you have in your contacts? David, how many people do you have in your contacts? I think it's
70. Yeah.
70. Yeah, I remember having the conversation.
how do I find out?
Okay, go to your contacts. You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay, go to your contacts and then scroll all the way to your Z.
425.
Okay, so there's 425 contacts on your phone. So what Gary Keller says is that 201 contacts that you put into your database will earn you a minimum of 150,000 in gross commission. Okay, it's not rocket science.
So I have 425, so that should be 300,000 then?
That could be, yeah, if you really want to put it in that perspective. Absolutely. Think about that, okay? Building up the numbers of names into it and a relationship with those names is really at the very core of what building a real estate business. So as you said, Lisa, absolutely. The more in your context, the more money you're going to make. That's simple. Do the arithmetic, right? If 201 is to make 150, then what is 402 or 404, right? As an example. And that should put you at a minimum of 300,000. Does that make sense? Okay. So the more that you have into your systems, the likelihood is there's going to be opportunities. Okay. People want to buy, people want to sell, people want to invest. Okay. Start building your database. All right, so smart data bank. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right, your database, right? Now, let's just say that this is your database, right? You have 400, right? You have to shy of 100, right? And for the people on Zoom, okay, you should do this exercise too. How many people you have in your database? If I look at my data, I have about 1,700 people on my phone, 17. Now, am I touching them on a regular basis? No, okay? A lot of it has to do with scrubbing your list. Because you may have phones and names in here that people don't even use it, right? But then you have to take some time aside to now scrub your list. Because a lot of those on your list may be old numbers. Maybe they changed their numbers. Maybe they disconnected their phone numbers. Maybe they pay their bill and they no longer have that phone number, right? So in essence, your database is similar to this one on the presentation, right? We got to now filter the good ones from the bad ones. And if you were here from the very beginning, which David, you have, we talked about the 4 pillars, right? Hot, cold, and warm, right? Now, not everyone on your phone is ready to buy, sell, and invest. They're not. But it's our job to identify and find out who are the motivators that are interested in buying and selling. Right? It's our job. It's our duty. It's our responsibility. At the end of the day, if you want to see a return on your investment, folks, you got to go out there and work. Okay? Were you on the call this morning?
I was talking to Stephanie. We had Zoom issues to log in for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. A couple of people did.
Interesting, because I was letting people in, so I don't know what happened. But it was a good call this morning on perspective. Well, your database is like your data bank. And this is where you start making money, folks, is building your database. Okay? And I'll explain it in further details as well. All right, so your database is defined and broken into these categories, right? Which part of the lead generation and database models represents your database? Okay, lead gen, which is on the top, right? Up here, and then your relationship management is in the middle. Clients and referral loop is on the bottom. But if you look at the chart on the right side, it says number 1, lead capture. Look at it from a funnel, right? A funnel perspective. Okay, leads are capture, prospect and marketing. What does that mean? Well, if you're out there pounding the pavements, okay, rain or shine, and you're out there talking to people about real estate. You and I, Lisa, were talking about what you're planning to do tonight. Okay. That is part of the lead sources right there. Your job is to try to find motivated people that want to buy, that want to sell. Okay. So how do you break the ice, right? to get someone that's warm to hot, cold to warm, okay, to get a perspective of where you need to put them in place. Does that make sense? Well, your database can help you with a lot of that stuff. Make sense? Now, once you capture on marketing or prospecting, meaning you're doing the labor, right? You're going out there doing open houses, you're going door knocking, you're playing games, right? And people don't know what you do for a living, right? If you were to look at me, would you know that I'm a real estate agent? No, I don't think so.
Oh, with the shirt.
Well, it's a conversational piece, right? Think like a CEO. That's an icebreaker, right? And I wear this quite often, and I get a lot of people, hey, that's a cool shirt, I should say. And they'll say is, that's awesome. Some may know what that means, some may know, but that's also a conversational piece. Okay? Remember, it's about breaking the ice, right? We got to find and dissect. Now, once it's in the funnel that leads from a relationship, right? On our phone, we also have what? We have friends, families, colleagues, people we have some type of relationship. And others is we have them in there for future resources, right? Maybe someone that you don't talk on a regular basis, but they have services or goods that we may need, right? Maybe handyman, maybe a house cleaner, maybe a babysitter or a pet sitter, right? Or maybe a plumber, maybe a roofer, right? We don't use or talk to them on a regular basis, but we have them in there for future opportunities, right? We got to know how to dissect, and these are how you start building the relationships. Contact, strengthen existing relationships, right? When was the last time that you checked in with your people? When was the last time you've initiated a call, text, or an email to someone that you haven't talked or spoken with in a while? And guess what? That could be family too. I admit, I'm one of them. And I have to set reminders to check in with my people. Okay? Now, I'm not going to go full force and say, hey, just wanted to call you. I'm still in real estate. You need to buy, sell, and invest. I'm your go-to person. No. Okay? But what you do need to do is, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about you. I know it's been a while. How's the family? How are you doing? You know, Happy New Year's. You know, just wanted to say hello and see how things are going. And then let them kind of open up or spill the beans, right? Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for reaching out. Family's good. Health is good. Work is good. You know, or work may be bad. Maybe they just lost their job, right? Well, you know, it's so funny, Simon, that you said, but I lost my job back in November. And, you know, I had enough money to survive, but we're at that point now. I don't know if I can continue making my mortgage payment. Might have to sell. Okay. Well, you're going to be sympathetic about the situation. You're not just going to say, well, I can help you sell your house, right? Because it doesn't come organically, right? Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, John. I'm so sorry. You know, where are you with the work, trying to find a job, right? Are you applying, right? I'll keep my eyes and ears open if I hear of anything, right? But whatever I can do to help, you know, I'm still with Keller Williams. You know, if you want to get an opinion of your home value, I'll be more than happy to send you a CMA. So that way, you just know if you have to make a decision to sell, you'll at least have the peace of mind where you stand. Because sometimes we have to make some serious big decisions, you know. So I'm here if you need anything. Okay, how did that go? A little different, right? Remember, it's how you come across. Cultivating the context for conversions, right? Because again, everything that we do, folks, is about converting. Everything that we do is how do we convert someone from a no to a yes, from a cold to a warm to a hot. That's your job. Now, not everyone is going to be in a position to buy, sell, and invest. And that's okay. Then we put them on the sideline. You may not be ready now, that's understandable. Maybe you need to work on your credit, maybe you need to get a better job, maybe more of an income, who knows, right? But you don't discredit them either. You put them on the side burner because you want to start doing touches, right? Checking ins, seeing where they're at 6 months from now, or even a year from now, right? This is why the system is vital and important, because you can create campaigns that you don't have to set reminders. The system will do the reminders for you on your behalf, that it looks like it's coming from you when technically the system is leveraging you. That's exciting. And that's important to understand. And then you just repeat it again. Okay? Start here, boom, 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 go right back up. Okay? It's not rocket science. How do you think most companies survive? Their marketing, right? When you think of fast food, what do you think? David, what do you think of fast foods?
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Okay, what do you think with fast foods?
In and out. Oh, what?
Yeah, see? Everyone has their own perspective of what that looks like, right? I think of Chick-fil-A as an example, right? McDonald's, In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A, right? They're all fast foods,
Yeah,
but we think of them because what?
they're delicious.
Food is good, right? It's comfort food, right?
It's fast.
And it's fast and convenience, right? Absolutely. When you think of these restaurants when you are hungry, right? Well, let's flip the tables a little bit. When someone wants to buy, someone wants to sell, someone wants to invest, they better be thinking of you. How do you become that brand? Right? Does that make sense? Or am I just putting smoke? Right? So it's a funnel. And this funnel has to be consistent. Okay? Because if you're not consistent, what's going to happen is, yeah, you may capture some stuff, but then it stays here. What are you doing with your business? You got to continue with the process to cultivate the opportunities to repeat and get more business. Now, it also talks about referrals. Okay? Now, who doesn't love referrals, right? We all should be saying yes, because those are gravy. Those are like the cherry on top. Those are the ones that we should be grateful that we didn't do any of the late work and still got someone that was referred by someone. Hey, this is Simon, David. I got your contact information from Lisa. Lisa raves about you and says nothing but good things, and that you're a good real estate agent. And I'm reaching out to you because you were highly recommended. Can you help? Right? That's a good day. Because you're not really cultivating, it was already done. You have someone else doing the legwork for you. Does that make sense? Okay.
Chat.
All right, do we have 719? Okay, awesome, Betty. Thank you so much. You have 719 contacts. That's good. That's a great opportunity right there to generate. All right, let's continue. All right, so if you haven't got plugged into your command, this is the opportunity to do so. Your integrated end-to-end Keller Cloud platform for running and growing your business. Okay. Again, it streamlines avenues to really see where your business is coming from. Just like a Chick-fil-A, just like an In-N-Out, just like a McDonald's or your favorite restaurant, you got to know where your business is coming from. Because if something is bringing you more opportunities than something else, you want to hone in on that and utilize that and work it even more. Because if you're getting more leads from open houses and less leads from door knocking, guess what I'm going to be doing? What?
Open house.
Absolutely. More open houses because it's working. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Or if your database, right? You're calling your sphere, you're calling your people, and you're seeing opportunities from there. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do more of it. Because if I can get one deal, then I can get a second deal. If I can get a second deal, I can get a third deal. If I can get a third deal, I get a fourth bid and a sixth deal. Then you start making some serious money. Okay? Thinking outside the box, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So here are the 4 laws of your database. Okay? Take a photo of this or write it down because I think this is important and vital. Build a database, feed it every day, communicate systematically, service all leads. Feed the database, build a database, I'm sorry, feed it every day, communicate systematically and service it. Build, feed, communicate, and service. Okay, I'll leave it up here for a minute. Okay, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we talked about building the database, right? So you gotta build it if you haven't yet. Okay, I got 75 contacts, I have 400 contacts, I have 700 contacts, I have 1,700 contacts. I gotta start building it, right? It's no different than building a puzzle, right? Who loves puzzles? I know Lisa does. Yeah. Okay. Imagine if the puzzle was only 100 pieces. How fast can you get it done? Okay, probably pretty quick. But what if it was 5,000 pieces? It may take you a little longer to build, right? But you build it. And that's where it starts for all of us. You start building it. Okay, then once you build it, then you feed it every day. And then once you feed it, then the next step, right, is to communicate, check in. I already scrubbed my list. I already know who I need. So let's say out of those 400, Lisa, 200 are valid, solid numbers that you have, that you can have a conversation because you know these people. So it's not really a cold lead, it's really a warm lead. Because you already know. Hey, Lisa, it's Simon, your old buddy. Do you remember me? From college. When we used to get into those crazy parties. Oh yeah, Simon, what's up? How you doing? Good. Hey, by the way, just joined this amazing real estate company called Keller Williams. Part of my job is to check in with people that I haven't checked in a while. And just to let you know, if I can ever be of service, I can help you or anyone that you know that's thinking of buying, selling, and investing. Please remember me. Okay. You already have that conversation because you can shoot the breeze with someone that you already know. You're not going to do that with someone you don't know. They're going to say, "Go take a hike. Go pat Sam. What are you talking about? I already have my agent, right?" The moral is you already have, as you scrub the list, you already have people that you already know. Does that make sense? Okay. Then communicate and service the lead. All right, so far, any nuggets, any ahas from this? Does this all resonate? Does this all make sense?
At 201 contacts was eye-opener.
Yeah. Yeah. And imagine, David, if you had 5,000. That's a homework, right? But little by little, you chop away, right? It's no different than a tree. You think in one hit, you're going to knock that tree down? Absolutely not, right? It's going to take the dedication, devotion, and hard work to get that tree to come down, especially if you have a big tree stuff that's thick, right? It may take more than a couple of hits, right, to get that tree down. But the moral of what I'm trying to explain is the more you're in it, the faster you're going to see results from it. Okay. All right. So build your database. All right. So let's break it down on the 4 laws. Build a database. At a minimum, each contact should have what?
Name and a phone.
Name, contact information, past business record, right? I would say name, number, email, right? At least have the minimum 3 You want to know who their name is. You want to know their phone number. And you want to have an email as well. That's a solid lead. Or I should say, that's a solid contact. So again, build your database, enter the details for each contact, right? And the cool thing is that your command platform allows you to now put in all of their information. Full name, phone number, email. Now you can start doing smart plans, opportunities, right? And here it is. Send out an email test, okay? And you can practice on yourself. Put yourself as your own data, right? Put your information, put your first name, your last name, your email, and your phone number, and create a smart plan, like a touch. And see how that responds back to you when you're getting emails. What is the email saying? And how do you filter from, moving to the next step, right? Because again, the goal is to establish a co-lead that you put into your data that eventually let the system leverage you, where now they're calling you, emailing you, or texting you that they want to buy, sell, and invest. That's simple. But if you're not doing it, you're not going to see the results. Well, I don't need the command platform. I have my phone. Okay, use whatever you want. Some use this, some don't. Some have other platforms like Follow Up Boss, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. But use what you're already paying for. And this system is great. All right, check out Command, your database and contacts, find under technology. There's a lot of training videos, educational platform to really understand how to start building your database. Okay, there's a lot of videos. Scott Leroy has a lot of information on how to start implementing and the required training that you need to really just hone in and get more results.
I missed this, like yesterday, that was their training, it was like literally walking through.
Beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Okay, baby steps, right? It just takes baby steps. All right, so let's talk about the next of the four elements is feeding it every day, right? Prospecting and marketing, right? Lisa, what's your take on feeding your database?
Like, what does it mean to me?
Yes.
Feeding my database, maybe add to it, like adding new people. Adding new people that I meet.
Wow. You meet me for the first time. What are you going to say to me?
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Forward to anything this week?
I am looking for no more rain. I love the rain, but I don't want to oversaturate my grass, and now it kills my grass. But yeah, nothing special this weekend.
Okay, where do you live?
I live in North Redondo.
North Redondo. How long have you been there?
Going on 6 years.
6 years sounds like you own that property.
I bought the place 6 years ago. Yes.
Okay, sounds nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, I appreciate it. Bye. Okay. What did we miss here?
Local realtor, whatever.
There you go. Did you have an opportunity to give me your business card? Follow me on social media.
Who do you
I
know?
service. Yeah. Ask for the order. I think I put it up here.
Oh, well, you didn't ask me what I do, so
True.
like, you could have asked me, like, I'm not gonna just like.
But I'm not in sales, so I'm not trying to sell you anything.
Okay, well.
I'm a pilot for Delta Airlines. I'm a captain. What am I gonna sell you? A voucher to fly to Hawaii?
Oh, So
Can
the first thing
you,
would
can you,
ask-
you're missing the point, Lisa, okay? You're missing the point.
You're saying
Okay.
it's my fault, but I'm.
No,
like,
I'm
well,
not saying it's
forcing
your fault,
myself,
no.
Like, oh, I'm not gonna
I'm
come in
not
knowing
saying it's
I'm
your
a real
fault.
estate agent.
No. I'm not saying that it's your fault, okay? This is where we learn and we grow, okay? And I'm not picking that. It is,
No, I
I'm just,
understand
I wish there was a whole students in here or agents. We started big and now we only have 2 plus the people on Zoom, and I get it, right? It may be due to the brain, right? I get it. And some of us, this week is ski week for a lot of kids out of school, so they're probably out there skiing, okay? I get it. But what I'm saying is, in order for you to feed it every single day, right? Everyone to me is a opportunity. Let me repeat it again. Every person is an opportunity. So you gotta be out there working it. It doesn't matter if it's sunny, it doesn't matter if it's raining. There's an opportunity when you meet someone for the very first time, okay? So my angle and my approach would be is like, hey Lisa, nice to meet you. How you doing? How's the rain treating you?
Treating me?
Hmm?
Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's cold. Yeah,
It's cold. I don't wanna, I mean, I wanna be outside, but I don't wanna be outside in the wet.
yeah, well, good thing that you're inside, right?
Yes.
I get it. Well, again, thank you. What do you do for a living?
I'm a real estate agent.
You are?
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm a real estate agent too. What company do you work for?
Keller Williams.
I work for Keller Williams. Holy moly, what Keller Williams do you work?
South Bay.
I work at South Bay too. Wait a minute, are you one of my agents?
Probably.
I get it. Yeah, but you see, I had you smiling, right?
Okay.
And ultimately, it's the icebreaker, right? Because I want you to feel comfortable with me talking, right? That's the whole approach in feeding your business is the more you're talking to people, eventually you're going to be talking about real estate. You're not just going to say, real estate, can I help you buy, sell, and invest? No, right?
That
You
was
get to
what I
know-
was trying to not do.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it, but eventually you want to always end with passing out your business card. Follow me on social media. Here's, my card, right, as an example, right? Because that's the ultimate end game is to get people into your database, okay? And prospecting is the number one. Marketing is also, right? Marketing is one of the biggest factors, right? For example, if you think about real estate, what real estate company do you think of, right? You think of Keller Williams, you think of Century 21, right? People join because of the value that they offer. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Okay. All right. Your sphere will generate new repeat or refer business. Okay. Remember the funnel earlier, right? Your database, the funnel, new and repeat and referrals, right? Absolutely. We want to be that conveyor belt. We want to be that well-oiled machine, right? That we're systematically generating opportunities, right? Well, an opportunity can be from any direction, right? You may be at a restaurant. You may be waiting at the movie theater and someone is talking about real estate. Are you going to bombard and jam and say, hey, I sell real estate, here's my business card, if you need help, I can help? Probably not.
I would say, hi, my name is Lisa. Follow me on Instagram. Lisa is chilling.
Okay,
I sell South Bay.
yeah, how about that?
And then what is your Instagram?
Yeah, there you go. Now you're mutually following one another, right? They can see what you do, vice versa. You can see what their needs and wants are, right? Because of their trade, social media, right? What do they like? Maybe they're into sports and all that fun stuff, right? Yeah, absolutely. Your sphere will generate new repeated business, okay? Testimonials and reviews, one of the biggest and the best, all right? How many of you have Facebook, Instagram, right? Raise your hand. Okay,
Lisa is chilling.
yeah, okay, cool.
follow.
Now, how many times are you liking people's, posts?
Oh, I'm supposed to do that, huh? I did it like 10 times today, probably.
Well, imagine, right? Testimonials are great, right? Especially when you do exceptional services, right? They're happy, they like what you, what you did. Thank you all times, absolutely. They really like the whole process. They feel comfortable. You did an amazing job. There was no major hurdles, and if there was any challenges, you were able to navigate it and ultimately get the client to the finish line, right? And now you're asking your clients, hey, can you please give me a testimonial or a review? That would definitely help me. I'm a business. I treat it like a business. And any testimonials or reviews that you can put on me on a 5-star would definitely help, right? Because that is your bio, that is your resume, especially in what we do, real estate, right? So the more you can get testimonials, the better, right? Because now people are now giving you likes and praises, right? So when people are now reviewing you, all right, as an example, how many times have you reviewed businesses and you want to see how many reviews they're getting? Are they hitting a certain threshold, that I feel comfortable? Most people say, like, if they have at least 500 plus reviews, then it's probably a very reputable business or restaurant, as an example, right? If you only see 5, well, are they really pushing, or maybe their service is just not up to par, right? You got to treat it like a business, okay? Google reviews, testimonials, and all that fun stuff, okay? Question, Betty.
Simon, I have a question. This is for real estate. If you put in, for real estate reviews, what about personal reviews? Because I'm like the, team on for the football team. I'm the community liaison. A lot of that. Do you suggest that personal reviews or only for real estate?
Personal too, absolutely. You go on a listing appointment, and now you're showing your bio, but you also have personal testimonials of people that have raved about you. Now you can show, when you're doing your listing presentation, here's my CMA, but here's also a little bit of who I am. And then when they look at all this, they're going to say, wow, she has a lot of great reviews and testimonials, right? All of that is great ammunition to secure a seller, secure a buyer. 100%. Yeah, the more the better. The more the better, okay? Google reviews are highly recommended, and it's free. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Build a Google platform so you can start generating. I get so many requests from my own agents. Hey, can you give me a 5-star? Yeah, absolutely. And I'll put a little review saying amazing agent, great person, would do business with them. What is it going to hurt me to help promote one of my agents? If he picks up or she picks up an opportunity because of the review I put, that makes me happy. So think outside the box, ladies and gentlemen, and how you see it. Make sense? I hope so. All right. What areas of business or customer service could you ask someone to provide a testimonial review on? Responsiveness, attention to details, professionalism, empathy, clear communications, or etc. Right? Now with AI, right? You can ask AI, hey, what are some of the 5 most testimonial reviews that I can be asking my clients? And then it'll give you, oh, you need to ask A, B, C, D, and E, right? Let the power of technology help you, folks. But this is important because the more 5 stars you have, the more people are going to say, obviously, this individual agent is working it. They're a good agent, because a lot of people are praising them on social media. Does that make sense? Okay, and again, a lot of it is free. Okay, what did you pick up on this segment? Anything?
The testimonials part of this.
Pretty much, yeah. Start working on your Google, right, reviews. Start building what that looks like. Remember, you gotta have a resume that shows and reflects you and puts you up in a different category. Because imagine this. I'm a seller and I say, well, David, I'm gonna be interviewing 2 other agents. Okay, you gotta bring in your A game, right? Because you're either gonna get the listing or not. So what's gonna set you apart, right? That you can use as leverage to ultimately win over the seller to sign with you, right? Because it's competition at the end of the day. And if the seller is telling you, David, I'm not gonna make a decision today, I'm just letting you know, I'm gonna be interviewing 2 other agents. Well, you better bring your A game and be prepared to be able to, 1, know the contracts, 2, know how to articulate your conversations when it comes to negotiations, and then 3, handling those objections. Okay? Because if they were to tell me, that there was 2 other agents, I would be asking questions. Well, David, tell me a little bit more of the other 2 agents that you're gonna be interviewing. Maybe I've worked with them, and I can give you some insight. Because maybe they don't know the other person, but you had the experience working with this agent. Not that you're gonna say anything negative, because that's not our character, but you can also give some insights. Well, I can tell you from personal experience, David, in working with, John Smith, lack of communications. I try to get my offer and it took days and sometimes wouldn't respond. I'm just letting you know. If you're planning to interview this, ask those questions, encourage, what's your response time? What is your ideal when you respond back? I mean, these are great questions, right? But you're also feeding the seller to get some good questions to give. They would appreciate you even more that after they speak with the other 2, they may just come back and say, you know what, David was spot on. And I want to work with David. Yes, Lisa.
Okay, so what if what if I'm a, prospective client, I ask you, why should I pick you as my listing agent? What would you say?
Okay. What would I say if you were to say, why should I pick you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that's a very good question, Lisa. Let me tell you why I am the agent of choice. 1, I've been in the industry for 28 years. I'm a licensed real estate broker. I work with an international real estate company that has done over 700 units or sales last year. We did close to almost $1 billion in sales. There's over 500 agents. Your home will probably be already sold because of all of the connections that I have in the office. I have all of the support, including broker support, legal support, escrow support, lender support, transaction coordinator support, and the staff itself to help me align to give you the ultimate experience. This is the reason, you're going to see the value in who I am as a real estate professional. Sign with me.
Okay, that was a lot. But I guess like the best part for me was when you said you have like over 500 agents helping you, so
Mhm.
like you have all the support in the office.
Right.
So, but like all the other stuff, I kind of just like forgot. Like I'm trying to, not that I forgot, I'm just saying like the most important part that I heard was that you have a lot of support and like, getting the listing already sold.
Well, is there an I is not really a team perspective, right? And the reason I say this is because I have the support, just like in any, let me give you an example. Did you watch the Super Bowl this past Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it was an individual that won the championship?
No.
Okay. It was a team effort, right?
Whole team.
Yeah, it wasn't just a quarterback. It wasn't the offensive team or the defensive team, but it was also the head coach, the defensive head coach, the corral of the team, but the support of all of the Eagle fans out there that encouraged us, right, to win the championship. So what I'm saying to you, Lisa, is yes, you and I will have direct contact, but I also have the support that's going to get us to the finish line. My number one goal for you, Lisa, is to get you the most possible with the least amount of headache to net you the most. Would that be great?
Mhm.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay. Are you ready to sign?
sure.
Okay. There you go. It has to come across genuine, but it also has to come across as you know what you're saying and doing, right? And you gotta believe it. Because if I don't believe it, I'm not gonna sign with you. But if you come across that you know what you're doing, I'm gonna give you the listing because I have respect that you're gonna do an amazing job. Because I want you to have more reviews. Does that make sense? Thoughts, questions, concerns? Got it, okay. Communicate with your database is the next part of the 4 elements, right? All right, so to succeed at a very high level in real estate sales, you must commit to frequent contacts with a database with the intent of building close relationships. If you take anything out of this, okay, I eliminate all this, you got to build close relationship is all I want you to think. How do I build close relationships? Okay. How do I do it?
Time.
Yeah. You gotta massage it, right? You gotta
Have to be
work it.
friendly.
What's that?
Yeah, to be friendly.
Absolutely. Yes, yes. You gotta do all of the above and then some. Okay. Go to a dealership, right? That's high end. Okay. And let's say that high end, right, is like your Mercedes or your BMW or something even high caliber, like a Rolls Royce, right? Or a Bentley or something to that nature, right? What do you think the level of customer service is going to be compared to your Hyundai dealership, right? That those just, it's kind of a conveyor belt. They come and go, right? You're not going to get the same level of service, right? You want to be that high-end business that runs on a 5-star, right? Because that's what you want people to portray you as the go-to professional. That's where you start building the relationships and ultimately get where you need to go, right? And you got to work it every single day. Work it. But Gary Keller says it best. Build close relationships. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, now let's talk about communicating systematically, okay? So your segment of your database, right? Your VPs, your GOVs, your military, your investors, your referrals, your dog lovers, right? Because remember, all of us have smartphones, right? And in there, you probably have people that you know that fit and fall under this category, right? So imagine if you have people that are in the military, right? And now they're ready to buy, right? And they use their VA loan, right? Great loans for military veterans. But if you have people in your database that are military, what if you have people that are golfers? Golfers are usually older generation people, right? That have deep pockets sometimes, right? As I was growing up, I thought if you played golf, you were pretty self-made, made a lot of money. It's not true, but in the perspective, in the eyes for a lot of people, they think dog lovers, right? What if, you're now have a client that loves dogs and you're finding a property that has the space for the dogs she has, he has, or they have. Right? There's a category for everyone. Investors, right? Imagine working with investors. Hey, David, find me a junker. If you find me a junker, you can represent me. Once I finish renovating the property, I'll give you back the listing so you can have me sell it. So you make money on the front end and you make money on the back end. Does that make sense? Okay, a win-win. All right, so look at all of those elements and segments of your data. Okay, so golf, investors, and dog lovers, right? So touch newsletters. The custom message example, reviewing of golf courses per neighborhood and area relevant to the geographical location of the people in this segment, right? Imagine if you can find and identify all of the golf courses, right? And now you can have an articulate conversation with someone and say, hey, by the way, David, I know that in this area, there is 4 public and 1 private country club that you can take full advantage. This particular property also falls under if you want to be a member of a private club, because this home falls under this parameter. And that may be the tipping point that the buyer will buy because of the exclusivity, but more so the membership that they get, the perks that they get, that because of your knowledge of understanding their perspective will get you that deal closed. Right? Investors. Market stats is different than geographic location based on market people are moving to and moving from. Right? I said it yesterday at our sales meeting, and I was talking about stats. And I was saying, find the areas that you see a lot of turnovers. What does that mean? I'm saying is areas that you see people put the property on the market for sale and buyers are buying the property, okay? If you see a large conversion, then that's the area that you need to be focused on. And I gave everyone an answer. City of San Pedro, we're seeing a large flux of people selling and buying in there. So there may be an opportunity for you to capitalize on that area. Okay, bless you. Right? Think about that. And part of the tools that we have, folks, it allows us to do market trends. Okay? We need the market trends. Okay? Because now you can have an educational conversation with someone that is very analytical and it's all driven by numbers. Right? I could show stats now on how many active, how many pending, how many sold in the last 90 days. Most of them are single family residents. Most of them are condos or townhomes. Right? That's the power of stats. Dog lovers. Listing of upcoming low-cost vaccination sites or low-cost pet services, right? Imagine, think of like PV. What do we have in PV that most cities don't? Animals. Let me repeat the question. What is PV that you'll have most in animals that other cities don't?
Horses.
That's right. Horses, yes. You get the prize.
Peacocks.
Yeah, they have peacocks too. Yeah, they have horses, right?
Mm.
So you don't see horses in Torrance. You don't see horses in Lomita. You don't see horses in Carson. You don't see horses in Gardena, Hawthorne, Manhattan Beach, Hermosa Beach, right? But you see them up in the hill because there's trails. There's a lot of ranch homes with acres, half-acre properties, right? So if someone is looking for an area that they want animals of that nature, you send them up the hill. Now, if they have young kids that love the beaches, right, then you send them west side, right? The coastal areas, right? Yeah. Redondo, Manhattan, Hermosa. Yeah. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So you got to hone in, right? You got to hone in on your specialty. You gotta hone in of what you do and you don't know, right? How many people know where Top Golf is at?
No segundo.
Yeah, right? So that's kind of like like an amusement park for golfers, right? Where they could go have food, drinks, and all that nature, right? So maybe you can say that from Torrance to Top Golf, it's probably 8-10 miles from here, right? Which is still close in proximity, right? But that's where you come in to get the value proposition. Oops. The value proposition of what we do, right? So those are some of the components. Okay. Now let's talk about communicating with value, right? So leads, contacts, right? 19 to connect, 4 touches, quarterly phone calls, 12 touches, monthly email, newsletters, market reports, videos, 2 touches, promotional direct mail, such as a magnet, calendar, printed market reports, 1 touch, annual event party, movie screening, get-togethers. 1 to cement, a high-value touch that solidifies the resolution, the relationship you have just establishes the open door for future interactions. Contacts, 36 to convert, 4 touches, telephone calls, 26 touches bi-weekly, okay, bi-weekly. 1 second, let me, okay. 2 touches, events, get together parties, 4 touches, promotional directions, mails such as magnet calendars, market reports, okay? So if you follow the 36 touches, okay, and most of it can be done through your TW command, folks, okay? Leverage the power of technology, okay? Because in essence, all of this is all part of your job description. This is part of what you need to be doing on a regular basis, okay? The more you're talking to people, the likelihood that you're going to get someone that wants to buy, sell, and invest. So your database, your smart database, and your data bank, okay? Starts with your contacts, right? All of us have cell phones, right? All of us have smartphones. So you can put your people into your contacts. Now, the cool thing is you can now upload and all of your contacts into your command platform. So your 400, your 75 that you have, you need to input them into them and then ultimately filter the ones that you want and the ones you don't want into your database. If you have that capability to do so. Okay? Does that make sense?
Do you mind going back one?
This one?
Yeah. Let me see.
Okay. Take a picture. Even with the flash.
Oh.
Did it come out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So any ahas from it? Now let's go into servicing your database, right? Servicing your database, right? So we talked about a couple of elements, right? Build your database, communicate with your database, your feeding of your database. Now we go into the service your database, right? So servicing your database is again one of the core principles. Gary Keller said, your job is to build a community and serve the community. Your job is to build a community and serve the community. Okay? What does that mean? What does that entail? It's telling you, right? You as your real estate professional. But what does this mean to you, folks?
Well, it's not just business or whatever. It's more than that.
Yeah, your job is to build a community, right? You gotta be the local economist, right? The local expert. Look at some of the top agents in our industry. What are they doing differently that you should be doing? Right? What does that look like? Because if you're not building a community, you're not gonna see big results. But if you wanna see big results, then you gotta build that community. Be the local person that people know of you. Hitting schools, hitting churches, hitting businesses, being an activist in the local area so they know that you are the agent of that area. Because when they think of real estate, they're gonna say, oh, by the way, I saw the posting of Simon and Keller Williams, right? That's building a community.
Simon, can I just say something?
Yes.
One of the top agents that I've heard about, what he simply did when he first started his career is pay someone to pick up the trash for a community that when there was a garbage strike. And then everyone wondered who's picking up their garbage, and they found him, and then they started sending him, like they started giving him listings just because of simply picking up a trash by serving the community.
Yeah, I love that. Think outside the box, right? Giving back to the community. Have you ever heard of that? What can you contribute and give back to the community? Right? Maybe having a shred day, right? I know many years ago, our office used to do an event called Shred Day, where we would hire a local company and we would have these massive trucks, and we had a line of people waiting to come and shred their personal documents. And all we asked was for a small donation because we had to pay the company that was bringing the trucks, and we probably had like a rotating 5 to 8 trucks, because once one of the trucks fills with documents, then the next truck would come. And we did it for the purpose of, one, building a community, right? Showing who we are as real estate agents. But more so was we're giving back to the community. We're giving back to the residents of the city of Torrance. And it was a huge success. But on top of it, your responsibility was to door knock. Hi, my name is Simon with Keller Williams. By the way, in 2 weeks from today, on a Saturday from 11 to 2 p.m., we're having Shred Day, where you can bring any and all of the items that you want shredded. Personal bank, financials, documents that are sensitive. We have a shred company coming in to do it. Again, it'll be Saturday from 11 o'clock to 2 p.m. Okay, come early, because once 2 o'clock is done, we're shutting down. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, now you just put your marketing material, and it looks like it's you when it was really the office, but it shows you as a superhero, similar to what he was saying about who was picking up my trash. Right? Good point. Let's see here. So, Lily, oh, I want to upload contacts. How do I do that? Okay, so see me after and we can discuss and how you can do that, Lily.
Oh, Mayor put this stuff.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Thank you, Amir. So log into your KW app, press on the contacts tab below, press on the 3 dots at the top right corner, and then press on import contact, select the contacts you want to add, or select all. Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There you go. All right, see, this is why it's so awesome, and this is why this office has such an amazing culture, because of individuals like him, right? And that's going to be all of you as well. But servicing your database, again, your database is important. All right, so it is the same as a laptop. Thank you. Beautiful. All right, so your job is to build a community and service the community. I think we touched on that. Service all leads. Okay, so now let's talk about servicing the leads. Again, here's some of the directions or roadmaps, right, that you need. This is your computer, right? This is your command platform. And now opportunities, campaigns, and consumers, right? So opportunities, when you click on the KW icon up here, what it does, it populates all of this where you can actually see what all of this are, right? And now from a listing to the buyer, you're now building opportunities, right? And then buyers as opportunities, and then campaigns. You know, how do you start building campaigns? What do you need to do to start building momentum, right? The more presence, the more opportunities you're gonna get. All right, so get help. Check out Command, your database on Connect, find under technology. So a couple of things that you can do. All right, if you want to go, it says if you want to do through the laptop, you will have to create an Excel spreadsheet first. It is a bit more complicated. Okay, thanks.
And it's easier through the app.
Yeah. All right, well, let's continue. All right, so training and gets, let's see here, better with feedbacks again. You know, it's just kind of the same repeated information. KW cares, we've gone through this. So here it is, folks, the 4 laws of your database, right? So again, just to kind of recap, build your database, feed it every day, communicate systematically, service all leads. Trust in your database. Follow the 4 laws. Don't quit too soon. The 36 touch campaign takes time to yield results. Think long term, all right? Not short term, but long term. It's like planting the seed. Okay, you put the seed, what do you need to do next? You need to water it, right? And then when you water it, you got to consistently cultivate, right? To ultimately where that seed becomes a beautiful flower. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes nurturing, right? It takes devotion. It takes momentum. Well, that's your business as well. Always come from care and service. The real estate business is a relationship business. Okay. All right, so ahas to achievements, right? So has your way of thinking today changed in how you see this? I sure hope so, right? What do you feel differently about what this means to you, right? Well, you got to take the necessary action, right? Because all of this that we just talked to you for an hour and 30 minutes will not make any results if you're not taking the initiative to take the proactive approach and take action. Okay? Because if you plan to do none of this stuff and build that database, then you're not going to see the results that you really truly want. Okay? Okay. I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me. Imagine if you were to just resonate this as part of your regimen every morning before you come into the office or before you get the day started, right? And you said to yourself, I engage in every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me, right? It should resonate, right? It should start building that momentum that says, look, I got it. I got this. My day is going to be very proactive. And today I'm going to find that person that wants to work with me. And this will resonate with you. Okay. Role playing. Celebrate success. Command. And that concludes today's lecture.
You have to check.
All right, so we got this. One customer came to me after 3 years of constant touches, right? Okay, look, it took almost 3 years. Thank you for sharing. But ultimately he got it, right? It's because he kept doing the system, and after 3 years, he was able to get a lead from it. All right. So that concludes our database class today. Okay, thoughts, questions, concerns? Does this all make sense? Okay. Well, I appreciate everyone on Zoom. And if you have any questions,